Next up, the funniest movie you probably haven't seen. Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry and today I'm really excited to share one of my favorite comedies from recent years that I just found out is going to be on Netflix on October 1st. Hunt for the Wilderpeople. If you've seen this movie already, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a hilarious movie, it's heartwarming, it's fun, it's a really sweet movie, and it's from the guy who directed Thor Ragnarok, Taika Waititi. He also did Jojo Rabbit, he did What We Do in the Shadows. He's really one of the funniest guys out there, and I am so thrilled to see anything that he does. This is one of my favorite movies of his. It came out in 2016, and Hunt for the Wilderpeople is about a guardian and a foster child who are out in the wilderness, on the run from the law, living off the land, and hijinks ensue, okay? So, Heck is played by Sam Neill, who you'll remember from the Jurassic Park movie, just the first movie and the third movie. First, third? Yeah, so he was in those movies, and he plays Heck. He plays this guardian, this old gruff guy in New Zealand, and he and his wife take in a foster child named Ricky. And Ricky's kind of a hellion and he's got a checkered past, but he starts to, kind of bond with them and things are going great until something kind of tragic happens. And I won't tell you what the tragedy is, although you can probably connect the dots. At any rate, eventually Heck and Ricky set off into the wilderness on the run from the law. And it's just this really sweet movie about the two of them kind of learning to be friends because Ricky's still rough around the edges and Heck is kind of this guy who doesn't really want to have a kid and doesn't really want to have contact with anybody who's human anyway. And it's a really sweet story, but with just absolutely zany kind of off the wall humor. Now, Taika Waititi, again, he's a comedian, a director from New Zealand. You've seen What We Do in the Shadows, Jojo Rabbit. There's a very peculiar deadpan sense of humor that he uses that's absolutely on point in this movie. And the way that the comedy blends with just the sweetness of the situation and the sincerity of these characters, this actually is one of my fondest memories as a movie critic because I remember getting the link to this to watch it online because it's kind of a smaller film, an indie film. I want to say that it was at Sundance. I'm not sure. I didn't see it at Sundance. But I remember, in the summer of 2016, getting the link, not knowing anything about it, and just sitting back one afternoon and saying, okay, well, this is a movie I've got to cover this week, and just spending the next hour and a half, 2 hours, just absolutely feeling wonderful about the world. This is a movie I highly recommend. Absolutely give it 4 stars. And again, if you're already familiar with Taika Waititi's work, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're not familiar with his work, then this is a great way to be introduced to him. Either way, I think you're gonna be in fantastic shape. So Hunt for the Wilderpeople is rated PG-13, and it really doesn't have a whole lot in terms of objectionable content. There's a little bit of language here and there, and there's some kind of exaggerated violence. Early on, there's one particular scene where Ricky and his foster mom go off hunting, and he's kind of surprised at kind of like the shock of actually killing an animal in the wild. But it's still pretty soft in PG-13 areas. So maybe not for little kids, but there is kind of a family element here that I would almost recommend it as a family movie if your family is a little bit older. So what's your favorite Taika Waititi movie? Leave your answer in the comments below. Thanks for watching. This has been Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry, and I would love if you would subscribe on your way out. Please keep your notifications on so you can see our new videos as soon as they go live, and have yourself an excellent day.